Hello everybody, welcome to Bear Beer Reviews. For tonight's little drinkies, we have another beer by Evil Twin. You've just seen my series from America, you know, I brought back quite a few from Evil Twin. This is much thanks to the guys at Toast who pointed me in the direction of a little bottle shop that held quite a lot of their more interesting kind of rarer brews that might have been around for a little while, or some ones like this, the Disco Beer, which is an Imperial IPA, clocking at 10.5%, which is mixed with 10% Chardonnay, Chardonnay grapes, and then aged in Chardonnay wine barrels too. Some slightly more interesting stuff that they do that's popping around as well. So yeah, double IPA, 10.5%. It's a little bit strong for a double IPA. Usually I find when they get this hot, this strong, the get the lid off. The alcohol starts to come through and gets quite a bit sweeter. But with the addition of the grapes, maybe some of that's been you know, quite easily fermented. So it's perhaps drier than I think it is. So if we pour it on out, we have a humongous massive head on the top of it, with loads and loads of different kind of, it's a nice kind of spongy mix there, but it'll kind of go down in a while and we'll have a nice little head remaining, I hope. It's quite brown in colour, which is unusual. It's kind of like on the border of being brown. It's very dark, a very dark burnt orangey apricot colour going on there. Again, I assume it's the Chardonnay grapes that might have just done the little extra work and that, or the barrel aging perhaps, who knows. So yeah, it looks a little bit unusual. Lots of carbonation, there's lots of fizzle going on at the bottom there, but it doesn't look the most appetising of beers, to say the least. So let's get a nose in here and give it a good smell. Oh, nice. Different actually, that is really different. God, it smells like it could have just been single hopped with Nelson Sauvin, and it just has that complete white wine smell. It also has a little bit of sweetness and like a tropical fruit note. Something like pineapple or mangoes. In fact, it has quite a lot of pineapple. And a push, I'd say, there's a little bit of oak in the back of it. But yeah, it's got a good perfume, really quite pungent, half hoppy, half grapey. And just a little bit of oak barrel at the back end of it. It's intense though, it's definitely an intense aroma on it. Hasn't diminished in however long it's been since it's been bottled. I assume it's relatively fresh. Because I got it in America, so who knows. But hey ho, smells great. Cheers everyone, let's give it a try. Wow. Complex is the way you describe that. Wow, let me just go in there one more time and give it a try. Wow, I don't think I've ever had anything like this before. It's so unusual. It tastes, surprise, surprise, it tastes very akin to a glass of wine. How unusual. So, initially there's a lot of carbonation, nice bit of fizzle, a tiny bit of like malty caramelly sweetness, then this really vinous, really wine-esque tartness. It's not sour, it's like tartness, it's like the tannic taste of a wine across the entire palate. And then that dries out, and then I get a little bit, it's on the back of the tongue, I get some like perfumey, florally, tropically notes that I was talking about, like kind of pineapple-y flavours. And there's a little bit of oaky in it too, that little bit of barrel flavour coming through. But it's such an unusual mix. It's just so white wine-like. Or Chardonnay-like, I should say. It's kind of odd, but strangely tantalising and interesting at the same time. You can probably tell by my face, I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. I like the flavours, I like the combination. I'm getting more like almost a dark molasses flavour towards the end there, a little bit of kind of dark sugary notes just at the back of it. I'm kind of finding it hard to make head or tails. It's an interesting one. it's kind of proto barley winey with a sweetness, but then you get this vinous note, this wine note all the way through the middle. Then you get the floral hops at the end. It's very balanced in between the three. There's clearly like 3 levels, and they all kind of blend very nicely into a uniform flavour across the mouth. Carbonation's getting me, and it's just it's so unusual, but it damn well works. It damn well works. Wow, I wish I could describe to you what it was like. My only suggestion being, if you find a bottle, grab one. Such an unique experience, to say the least. I haven't really got anything to compare it with, or to kind of say like, oh, well, this is quite nice, but this was also good, and that was better. I had a great must IPA by Brewfist from Italy, and Tahul, I believe, from Denmark, collab one, and he didn't taste anything like this. This is completely completely different. If you were to push me for a rating, I'm going to go for a kind of... I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I think it's a very good beer. I have no cross-reference for it. I know I'm enjoying it, but it's also quite unusual. So I'm going to go for a nice, a middle-of-the-round, really good rating. And I just recommend that you go out and give it a try yourself and see what you think, because it's just something different. Something different. So there you go. Please like, favourite, comments, and subscribe. Tell me what you think if you've had this little beauty, this little disco beer by Evil Twin. Such an unusual... can I say unusual any more times than I'm already saying it? Unusual beer. Please tell me what you think. I'd love to hear people's opinions because I have no idea. And until the next beer review, everyone, cheers.